Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode 114 of the TV Knitting Podcast. My name is Sharon, and I'm also known as Stitch Mistress pretty much everywhere on the internet. So, hey, everybody, it is June 2nd, and I am recording in the late afternoon in my backyard. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about this said backyard behind me and around me. I did a short vlog show about planting in this yard, and it was posted yesterday, June 1st. And if you haven't watched it, I would suggest that you do. It's pretty funny. It's really very different than the shows that I record for knitting. And it's basically just a story of putting plants in our backyard. And my husband's in it, my cat's in it, my son's there behind the scenes. So I've gotten some good feedback about that show. So if you haven't seen it, it is on my YouTube channel. It will not be on iTunes, because I just don't have enough room. So if you're an iTunes watcher, go to YouTube, and it's on my channel, TV Knitting Podcast, and when you click on videos, it will pop up. It's the one that's right before this show. So it's entitled Life of a Knitter Vlog, Episode 1, B-Man. So we did our yard, and it looks beautiful. Things need to be watered. I'm looking at them now. A couple of the plants that I put in didn't make it. Kind of sad. I'm a little upset. I have to check and see if I have my receipt to Lowe's and hopefully replace those. So let's get on with the show. I have some introductions. And the first person I want to introduce is La Joya Girl, who is Nancy from Rio Grande Valley, Texas. Welcome, Nancy. The next is Lamb Legs, who is Becky from Japan, all the way from Japan. Next is Twisted Dye Kitchen, Sherry from Kirkwood, Missouri. And the last is Quirky Urban Girl, Becky from Phoenix, Arizona. Hi, everybody. Hi, Sherry, if I didn't say hi. Hi, Becky from Phoenix, Arizona. Oh, I have two Beckys today. Awesome. So, yeah. Hopefully the ambient noise in my yard won't be too bad. I live on a main road, which kind of stinks. We're used to it, but we do get a lot of road noise. It's in front of the house, so hopefully we're in the backyard. Hopefully it won't be too bad. All right, so let's get on with the show. I'm going to first talk about what I have been working on. And I have really only been working on 3 things. And the major thing that I've been concentrating on is my Mystic Star Shawl by Anna Dalby. Oh, I have a furry co-host. Thomas just walked by. You'll see him in the video, the vlog. A lot of him, actually. He was quite the star of our vlog. So anyway, I would love it if he kind of jumped up on my lap, but he doesn't like me to touch him. So let's get on with what I'm knitting, shall we? Because he's such a distraction. All right, so this is what I've been working on, and it's really all bunched up on the needles. It is the Mystic Star by Anna Dalby, and it is a pie shawl. I showed the picture on Instagram, and someone said to me, "How are you going to style that?" I have no idea. I think it was Sona Mama I think that's your name on Instagram who asked me that. I have no clue how I'm going to style this. We shall see. Maybe we'll look up some tutorials. But I love knitting this. I love it to pieces. I am on chart C, which I don't have with me. But chart C is 73 rows, and it is 560 stitches around, which you can't really see. It looks kind of like a hat, right? Like a little beret. Yeah, it's 560 stitches around, and there are 12 repeats of 48 stitches. I think that math is correct. Don't quote me on that, but so it's taking me quite a long time to get through a row, but I'm taking my time, and I'm trying to get 4 to 6 rows or rounds done per day so I can finish before I go on vacation at the end of the month. So we'll see if that works out. I'll see. If I don't have to do any ripping, it should be fine. I ripped it out the other day. I had to rip out 10 rows because, again, it jumped off the needle, and I have to be diligent, vigilant about putting this protector on the needle tips. So if you want to know where to buy these, I will put a link in the description box below on YouTube. That's where you will find all of the links for this show. And like I said, if I'm diligent and don't let the stitches jump off the needles, I'm cool. And I have lifelines because I just don't trust it. I am not going to try and find stitches with 560 stitches. Too hard. I can do it, but why would I want to? Let's put it that way. So here's the chart. I am loving this project very much. You can see this is quite a substantial chart, and I'm using highlighter tape to let me mark the rows, and that's the best way for me to do that. I do not like written directions at all. I always use charts. I don't even think this project has written directions. So if you don't like charts, you're out of luck with this one. The next project that I've touched this week was the Outlander shawl. This yarn is Outlander colorway in Woolenbein yarns in her Volca base, which is a merino cashmere nylon, and it is simply lovely. The pattern is by Martina Bem, and I can't think of it right now. I will write it in front of you, and it's coming out really lovely. Has the mesh on the side, and it's getting bigger, which is super cool. And I'm knitting that while I'm watching Game of Thrones and Outlander. So I haven't watched this week's Outlander yet. I think we're going to watch it tonight on demand. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. The only other thing I'm working on, knitting-wise, is these socks. The yarn is by Desert Vista Dye Works, and I knit them toe up with a Fish Lips Kiss heel and a 2x2-inch cuff and Jenny's surprisingly stretchy bind off. So one is complete, and I turned the heel this week on our commute home. So that was pretty cool. I was at the dentist today, and they caught me mid-row, so yeah, I have to make sure that doesn't fall off the needles. Not that that would be a problem to pick up, but we'll see. So that's pretty much all I've been working on knitting-wise. Spinning-wise, I've been spinning on my never-ending lace project, and I'm not going to show it to you until it is finished, or at least the second braid is finished. I should be finished with it in the next 2 weeks or so. It's really getting down to the wire, which is very exciting because I've been working on that project a really long time. So, yeah, that's that. I have a little bit of sewing to talk about today. This is the very first garment that I sewed, and I started it in late summer and finished it in the fall and couldn't wear it. I really actually didn't finish it. I needed to hem it. So this is it. It's a skirt. It's the same skirt pattern that I used for my Make Two Along. It's a Craftsy class, basic garment sewing with Brett Barra. Great class. If you've never sewn before or never sewn a garment before, I highly recommend it. She's a great teacher, and everything is step by step and clear. Some of the other sewing classes I've taken on Craftsy are not as clear, and they're kind of all over the place. Maybe for more of an advanced sewer, but this was definitely good for a beginner. So I hemmed it last night. I still haven't mastered a blind hem, so I just used a top stitch hem. And it's a little on the short side. I actually made it match another skirt that I wear often, but that's a knit skirt. This is cotton, and I don't know why this feels shorter to me. It's because cotton just has a different drape or whatnot. So I think I may rip it out and redo the hem. I have room. Maybe make a 1/2 inch hem instead of an inch. I don't know. So it's cute though. I got the fabric at Joann's. It's nothing special, but it's pretty color for summer, and I'd like to wear it. It'd be cute for work, and I have lots of tops to go with it. It's going to be a short one today. My husband came home and informed me he has to mow the lawn, which he certainly can't do while I'm recording. But that's okay. I don't have really a lot to talk about. Do you remember this shawl? The one that I ruined? If you haven't seen the episode where I talk about it, it's clearly entitled, I Ruined My Shawl. So I'm in the process of ripping it out. Ripping it back actually just to this white section. And the yarn came in for it. I ordered new yarn to do the middle section. This middle section's not supposed to be white, it's supposed to be a tan, because I soaked it in a solution to get rid of some bleeding stains, and it took the color out of the tan. Mistake on my part, but what are you going to do? Anyway, the yarn came in, and I'm going to unwrap it right now. So the yarn is by Plucky Knitter, and it's in the Primo fingering. The colorway is Bisque, which is a different colorway than I used before. And I absolutely love it. This was a happy accident ruining the shawl, because I really like this color even better than the other color that I had. The other color was called Putty in my hands. This is beautiful. It's tan, but with a really subtle pink overtones or undertones to it. And I love it. It's going to look really great with this white and this navy. So picture that, if you will. So at some point this summer I will finish ripping this back, and I'm only going to rip it back to the white, and then I'll add this tan in. And we'll see. I may wait till the fall. I don't know. I'll see how I'm doing with Stash Dash, because anything I knit now, I want to count for Stash Dash. And if I can't finish this by August, I don't want to start it. So, but this is super pretty and I'm really happy with it. Okay, so now I only have one more thing to open. I placed an order last week with Jinx Yarns, and let's see what I got. Ooh, this is beautiful. I don't think I've knit with this base before. Okay, this is her strong sock self-striping, and the colorway is Confetti and Champagne. I've been lusting after this color. It is beautiful. Not sure when I'm going to cast it on, but oh, it's soft. It's gorgeous. Look at these colors. It's got some speckle. I think a lot of the stripes are going to have speckle. Ooh. And look at that deep red one right there. Really, really pretty. So, again, Confetti and Champagne. 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 400 yards, 100 grams. And she's numbering these skeins because they're a limited edition. Once she finishes dyeing these, she's not dyeing them again. So she's only going to be making 120 of these, and I'm not sure if she's made them all already. I know she talked about it on her last show. And this is number 34 of 120. And I'm thrilled with it. So I hope you enjoyed my new venue here, my outside recording. I hope that the sound went well, and that the lighting and everything came out okay, because I can't really tell until I start editing. I hope that you guys have a great week, the rest of the week, and I will see you next time. Cheers. Invited my husband to go with me to go get plants. So taking the Prius. All right, let's go.
People are really slow. We do everything in front of our house.